Yeah, response video to Confederate Socialist. I think that's his name. So Confederal, yeah, Socialist. Yeah. So I'll just start off with an insult. That's the way apparently we have to interact with each other. It has to always come with an insult first. So let's remember, this is the guy. This is the racist guy, and he's not like the racist kind of guy like, oh well, some people are fucked up because of culture or something else. No, he's one of those racist guys that actually thinks he's genetically superior to other people, and that we actually are inheriting our intellectual capacity, and it doesn't have something to do with culture and infrastructure or any of that kind of stuff. No, it just has to do with genetics, and that the difference between people is so dramatic that people should be in different classes. Okay, because there's such a substantial difference in human potential that somehow it deserves a big, huge difference in what they should have access to or what rights they should have. So anyway, that's the level of fucktard this asshole is. So yeah, I haven't got the insult out of the way. All right, so the first part of this video he's talking about, we have to redefine the word exploitation now. And exploitation doesn't mean exploitation, of course not, because why have a separate word? We'll just call it all utilization. So exploitation just means utilization. So it's like using, you see? So there's no such thing as abuse. We don't need the word abuse. That's a stupid word. We'll just call everything use, all right? I mean, we can't have disparaging words describing unethical actions, right? So there's no such thing as an abuse. You're just using. It's just all use. So that's basically his argument here, and he's using that redefining of rationality and words to sit there and argue that somehow when plants go to some desperate location where poverty thrives, that they're not exploiting the people there. They're just utilizing them. They're just using them in some positive way, because the people are voluntarily entering into contracts. And it has nothing to do with the fact that they eat dirt for dinner, that they live under dirt, that they live on top of dirt, that they watch a dirt TV. No, it has nothing to do with the fact that they're dismally deprivated. Okay, that has nothing to do with it. It has no influence on the contract, right? It's a perfectly fair contract, and they're not. The companies aren't exploiting that desperation at all. It's just idiotic. We don't live in the finished world, okay? The finished running machine. This is still in the process of finding its legs, so to speak. This thing called an economy, a society, and so there's all kinds of ways to break the system. Like during the Depression, the system was broken. So then all of a sudden people got stuck working all day long for a hamburger. That actually happened in America. People worked 8 hours a day for a hamburger. All right, that's all they got for their trouble, because there was all kinds of desperation to exploit. And it's just bullshit. No ethical, decent, reasonable human being sees any purpose in that. There's no victory in me exploiting desperation, because I'm degrading my own value ultimately, because then it's always going to be who's making the profit is going to serfdom. Okay, it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't uplift anything. I should just play his video, because
like when a Nike plant moves into a new area and they hire a bunch of people, if those people choose to work at that factory, people may say, well, the Nike factory is not paying them enough. Well, how much is enough?
Yeah, well, how much is enough? That's a good question. Yeah, I think it can be calculated what's a reasonable proportional compensation for the productivity a person produces. So you measure it by how much productivity they produce, not how much you can steal from them, but how much they actually produce. So if like I said, you go anywhere in this country, go to whatever they call it, Detroit, Michigan, yeah, you can exploit all kinds of desperation, okay, because people are stuck in houses they can't sell. All right, they got to find work, but now all their auto industry all moved to the cheaper labor. And so now they're the desperate population. So all you did was you took desperation in some other location, you fed a little bit of it, and then you created new desperation where they left from, okay? And it's going to happen with the Nike thing or anything else. If you, all of a sudden sneaker production is moving somewhere, well, guess what? Then it's going to steal business from people who are actually getting paid. This is a zero-sum game, and it's a zero-sum that goes into like a toilet bowl swirl. That drives everyone's quality of life down. Then everybody starts being happy eating a mud sandwich, all right? Because every human is going to do that. Every human is going to try to survive. And if part of your negotiation is their life or death, well, yeah, then they're going to enter into a contract that they wouldn't otherwise. And it's just such slimy shit for you to sit in your nice, comfortable little, home. And talk about how everybody's entering into voluntary contracts. Fuck you. You're just you're a piece of shit. Human garbage. I hope you get run over by a giant Humvee or something. Some rich fuck just consumes you just the way you'd consume other humans. You deserve to be consumed. And I bet you don't really have any brilliant talents that make you worth a damn thing. And it's only circumstances that's ever going to allow you to have any kind of life, okay? Because if you had to compete in the real world, instead of the fact that maybe you're local, maybe you're in the right place at the right time, maybe you're the right color, you hang out with other people that respect the color thing, yeah, and you might be able to get through your life that way. But not to appreciate that there aren't fair contracts out there between the owners and the laborers is just fucking bullshit. So that's enough. That's really enough said. Continue to kiss the modern mystic's ass, but I think he'll see through you quick enough. He doesn't always catch on very fast because he doesn't research you people. But you're just a piece of work. You racist fuck.